So how everybody wants to know, how was Buds?
So this is always a fun conversation because for me, Buds was about the most fun I had in the Navy.
I love that you're saying that.
Yeah.
So you have a freakish nature.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough physically. We lost 80% of our class. I think we graduated with 31, and of those,
out of 100,
those were not all originals. Some of those rolled in from from other classes.
Yeah.
But we started with like 170, 180 or something like that. And so you lose a lot of guys, but as training goes on, you become really, really close with all the guys in your class. And when we graduated,
most of the people in your class were enlisted or NCOs, right? How do they because in the military we've got this classical you're supposed to keep a certain distance, right? You have the officer's credo, familiarity breeds contempt, right? But you're in the thick of things. You gotta create a bond. You can't be extra, right?
You cannot. First of all, you can't make it through Buds on your own.
Yeah.
But you also can't make it through this kind of classical vision of an officer being over everyone and telling everyone what to do, and it's my way or the highway. If
Commando
you try to operate
because I got cookies, you need to
right. Yeah, you try to do that at Buds or anywhere in the SEAL teams, and you will be gone.
Yeah,
you will be gone. You could be the best athlete in the class, but as soon as you start showing individualism and not working as a team and not helping out your brothers, the instructors, if they want you gone, they'll get rid of you.
We're going to underline this part. There's going to be a reel on this. It's going to be one of our short reels because if we're going to go back to this concept that, you went through the classical military, then you went to special ops, and there's a change of culture, right? You did in the original culture, it was, you could be familiar to a certain extent with your enlisted, but there was always a certain required distance, decorum that you had to uphold. And in special ops, and if we're going to say that special ops are similar to project teams, I think this is really important for project managers also to learn. If you want to, your project management, just like SEALs team, it's not something you can do by yourself. You can't lift the boat by yourself, to quote David, right? You can't lift the logs by yourself. And if you think you're fancy, if you think you're special, if you think you're better than somebody else, you're just screwing yourself, right?
Yeah, and you can't make it through by yourself. You got to earn the trust of the guys in the class.
Yeah.
And
was that difficult?
I think it's really difficult to earn trust sometimes if you're in a position of authority. And but once you have it, you can achieve about anything.
So if you overcome it, it's to your advantage.
Yeah. Once you've earned the trust, especially if you're working with a small group of like-minded individuals, and you have the trust going both ways.
Was there any suspicion from your class towards you because of your rank?
You kind of, with the exception of certain things that, when you're doing your musters, when you're leading the class to go to point A or to point B. I mean, it's obvious when you're doing that who the officers are. But the day in and day out training evolutions, there's no O, there's no E. It's you do it together with your boat team, and you help each other out, and you work together as a small team, lifting each other up and helping each other. And that's why I'm excited to have this conversation about small project teams and how valuable they can be to an organization. Because,
we're going to deep dive on that.
Yeah.